Right now on ABC 10 News at 4 o'clock, positive COVID cases among some of the migrant children housed at the convention center. Plus, opening statements in the murder trial against former police officer Derek Chauvin, accused of killing George Floyd. And back here at home, a story that's positively San Diego. A toddler's love for UPS trucks leads to a sweet surprise.
ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
In the last 90 minutes, we have learned some of the teenage girls staying at the convention center while seeking asylum have tested positive for COVID. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Hunt. Well, many San Diego organizations have stepped up to offer services as the girls are processed and reunited with family members. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala spoke to Supervisor Nora Vargas, who spent one-on-one time with the girls.
When I see those beautiful faces in front of me, all I can think of is I can't imagine my nieces being by themselves out anywhere, without anybody taking care of them.
Monday, hundreds of migrant girls ages 13 to 17 seeking asylum were settling in at the San Diego Convention Center after arriving over the weekend. ABC 10 News has learned at least 27 girls tested positive for COVID-19 before arriving here and 6 more after. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the girls with known positive cases were brought here on a separate plane. All 33 are now staying in a separate area of the convention center away from those who tested negative. We're told none of the cases are serious at this point. The girls are here to be processed and then connected with a family member or sponsor. County Supervisor Nora Vargas spent some time with the girls, getting to know their stories and where they're headed next on this journey.
Some of them said they were going to Chicago and North Carolina and, Florida.
She says many came from Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. The convention center currently has the capacity to welcome up to 1,450, and many nonprofits have stepped in to help. South Bay Community Services, or SBCS, was asked by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services to assist the girls with social services. They're teaming up with organizations on a local, state, and federal level to provide education, enrichment, family reunification, and religious services.
When you're there, you remember that these are they're little girls in the end. And so we have to do whatever we can to make sure that they're safe.
And as these girls start this next chapter of their lives, many San Diegans have reached out asking how they can help. Right now, Vargas says the best way to do so is by donating directly through SBCS.
So I want to say thank you to our San Diego community for really being a welcoming community.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
SPCS is collecting donations online for those who have contacted us asking how to help. We will have a link on our website, 10news.com. This afternoon, protesters in Minneapolis rallied outside the courtroom where the murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin got underway. Chauvin is accused of murdering George Floyd last May. Court TV legal correspondent Shanley Painter joins us and breaks down day one of the trial.
Day one of the murder trial of Derek Chauvin is underway inside the Hennepin County Courthouse, both the prosecution and the defense delivering detailed opening statements this morning.
Mr. Floyd did not die an instant death. He died one breath at a time over an extended period of time.
Mr. Chauvin used his knee to pin Mr. Floyd's left shoulder blade and back to the ground, and his right knee to pin Mr. Floyd's left arm to the ground.
Earlier today, we heard from the first witness called in the case, Jenna Lee Scurry, the 911 dispatcher who sent Chauvin and 3 other officers to Cup Foods Memorial Day 2020. Scurry would later call her sergeant to report their use of force, telling the jury how concerned she was to see what was happening. Now, the defense is cross-examining this first witness before the prosecution resumes its case in chief. Chauvin faces 3 charges, including second-degree murder, and could spend up to 40 years in prison. That's the latest from here in downtown Minneapolis. I'm Shanley Painter with Court TV.
And tonight on ABC 10 News at 5 o'clock, what local community advocates and legal experts expect to happen during the trial. President Biden made a bold new pledge on coronavirus today. He announced that vaccine eligibility will expand to include 90% of all adults within the next 3 weeks. And it comes after he set an ambitious new goal last week of having 200 million vaccine shots administered by his 100th day in office. Meantime, the CDC director became emotional during today's White House COVID briefing and pleaded with Americans to keep their guard up.
We have so much to look forward to, so much promise and potential of where we are, and so much reason for hope. But right now, I'm scared. I'm speaking today not necessarily as your CDC director, and not only as your CDC director, but as a wife, as a mother, as a daughter, to ask you to just please hold on a little while longer.
Dr. Walensky acknowledged the U.S. has come a long way with 3 authorized vaccines. According to the CDC, about 143 million vaccine doses have been administered in the U.S.
People worried about losing their homes at the end of this month have a little more breathing room. Today, the CDC expanded the national ban on evictions through the end of June. The head of the agency saying keeping people in their homes and out of crowded areas like shelters is key to helping stop the spread. The Census Bureau found about 20% of renters did not pay last month. We are getting new real-world results showing the effectiveness of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. CDC did a study of healthcare workers, first responders, and other essential workers, and it found their risk of infection was reduced by 80% 2 or more weeks after getting their first dose. That risk was reduced by 90% 2 or more weeks later after the second dose. This is consistent with what the clinical trials for the vaccines found before the FDA approved them.
This significant increase in supply means by the end of May, we will have enough vaccine for every adult in the U.S.
Now, that is a goal that President Biden initially set for the end of July. But if vaccine supply is going up, why are eligibility limits in some states still so strict? CDC broke down some numbers. The darker the shade of blue that you see on this map here is a state where the more vaccine doses have administered based on population. For example, Pennsylvania has given out nearly 6 million doses, but still has restrictions on who can get vaccinated. 12.8 million people live there. Alaska is also in dark blue for administering more than 400,000 doses and has opened up eligibility to anyone 16 and older. More than 730,000 people live there. Pennsylvania's restrictions could just mean there is more vaccine demand for its population. However, it is unclear if the lighter blue states have low vaccine demand or just don't have the resources to administer it. Accessibility is something the White House says it's currently working on.
We will increase the total number of participating pharmacies to more than 20,000. There are 300 community health centers providing vaccines, which we will expand up to 950 in the coming weeks.
The White House also announced today that it will be opening up 2 more mass vaccination sites, one in St. Louis and one in Gary, Indiana. Meanwhile, 10 more states plan to open up eligibility to all residents 16 and older by the end of the week. As of yesterday, the CDC says the U.S. has 37 million unused vaccine doses.
And the vaccine Superstation at the Del Mar Fairgrounds will be closed again later this week. The site continues to deal with vaccine shortages. Scripps Health runs this site and received a low number of doses. The Superstation will be closed this Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Appointments scheduled on those dates will automatically be rescheduled through the MyTurn online appointment system. As the Del Mar site deals with the vaccine shortage, several new vaccination clinics are opening this week. They're located in Escondido and southeastern San Diego. These clinics open tomorrow. They will operate Tuesday through Saturday from 9:30 to 3:30. Appointments are required. Another clinic will open on Wednesday in Sherman Heights for just one day, and there you don't need an appointment. But this site is exclusively for residents of the 92102 and 92113 zip codes. More students returned to the classroom in Carlsbad today. Last week, the Carlsbad Unified School Board approved allowing high school and middle school students to return to class 5 days a week starting today. Carlsbad Unified already started bringing students back to campus in different groups two days a week. The district says it will continue to follow health guidelines on campus, including wearing facial coverings and social distancing.